Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing in the YouTube world today? For those of you who don't know, I'm Rhonda, and you're watching A Taste of Country. This evening, I'm going to be making a recipe that's been around for a long time. A lot of people call it stuffed chicken breast with different herbs, but it's called chicken Kiev. Now, chicken Kiev started out in the United States in the 1930s, but was popular, very popular in the 1960s. A lot of popular restaurants served it. It was a staple in a lot of the restaurants in New York City to appeal to the Russian immigrants. That's what Google said. And in the 1940s and 50s, that's when that was for the New York restaurants. The French chefs say they're the ones that created it, and probably so, but it has the name Kiev is of Ukrainian origin. But with that being said, again, I think it's going to be a delicious recipe. It's still being made today, but most people call it stuffed chicken breast. But it's called chicken Kiev. Chicken Kiev. And the first thing we got to do for this chicken Kiev is make a compound butter. Now, a compound butter is just room temperature butter, and you mix herbs, different kinds of seasonings, garlic, whatever you like, and you roll it up and put it in the freezer to get it hard. Now, with this recipe, I saw a chef early this morning make it with some tarragon and some garlic. Now, I don't have any tarragon, but I do have some chives, and I do have some minced garlic, and I've got my room temperature butter. So let's get to making it, and this is salted butter. You probably want to use salted butter. If you don't have salted butter, just add some salt to it. Now, he also used some parsley. Did I say that? But I just threw out a little bit of parsley that I had left. I'm sure it'd be okay to use dried parsley if you wanted to. Totally up to you. But I have my little chives here, and I've got some more. But I'm going to chop this up. It's very small. That's probably a teaspoon, or a little over a teaspoon. I've got my butter here. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Like I said, you can add whatever you want to this. Seriously. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. You can add fresh garlic. I just happen to have this minced garlic, minced garlic paste. About 2 teaspoons. It's ever how strong you want it to be. All right, let's add our chives. I wished I had some parsley, but, you know, I'm going to use what I've got. And I think I might need a couple of more pieces. Cut that end off. I don't like the way that looks. And when you cook this, we're going to batter it. We're going to dip it in some egg and flour, then egg, and then some breadcrumbs or panko. We're going to pan fry it. But before that, we've got to get this butter rolled up, because we got to put a split or a slit in the chicken so it will stay in there. So I've got some paper here, some plastic wrap, I mean. I'm going to just wet underneath this just a little bit so it'll stick, hopefully. Let me move this. Okay. Now, what they normally served with this dish is mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, green beans, or let's see, green beans or roasted carrots. Let's see, broccoli. Okay, now, my hands are clean. I think I've got enough for 2 chicken breasts. I hope I do. If not, I've got some more room temperature butter over there just in case. And you want to try to get it It takes a minute or two to get it worked out, but it can happen. And I want to make it long enough for 2 breasts. My fingers are clean. And you want to try to take it and roll it over and make sure you got your paper touching the other side of the paper. So you can press your butter up like that. So when you roll it up, it'll roll out easy. And then you're just going to roll it towards you. And you're just gonna do it like that. And there's your compound butter. And I'm gonna stick this in the freezer until it's froze. It won't take 10-15 minutes. Okay? I'll be back. Okay, I've got 2 chicken breasts. And this is the cutting board I usually use always for my chicken. All right, now this is your smooth side and this is the rough side of the chicken, see? You want to cut the hole in the rough side. Start with the rough side. And just try to be careful. Use a sharp knife. Try not to cut yourself. And try to stay in the chicken itself. We're not going all the way to the end. Just, we're going to leave about that much. Because we don't want our butter to seep out no more than it has to. It's going to seep out some. But see the hole? And it comes to about right to there. And you want to do it on the rough side. So there we go. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna salt and pepper our chicken. Now, let me see. And you want to salt it pretty well. And some pepper. Alrighty. So I'm going to place it in this little tray for right now. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna clean this up. Hey, I'm back. So my butter is ready to go. I've washed and dried this very well. And you want to unroll your butter. The best you can. And it's been there about 30 minutes. Okay. Now I'm going to just put half of it in each breast, if I can get it in there. I may have to trim the butter down, I don't know. And it's okay if you have to, as long as you get it all in there. And I may have to cut it a little bit wider in there. There we go. And you can stick a toothpick there, or if you tear your breast, you can put it back together with a toothpick. daggone it. Just get the butter in there the best way you can, y'all. This one's wanting to be a little hateful. Now this one wanted to tear just a little bit, but that's okay. It's fine. And I'm going to seal that. Like I said, some of it's going to come out because it did with Chef Pierre. I think that was his name. I think. All right. Now, I'm going to set this aside for a minute. Okay, now we've got our flour, our egg, and our breadcrumbs. I hope y'all can see that. Now this is 2 eggs with a little bit of water, salt and pepper. The flour is about a cup of any kind of flour. This is just plain flour with some salt and pepper. And here I've got a combination of some panko and Italian breadcrumbs with a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. You can use just panko or you can use Italian breadcrumbs, whichever one you like. All right, now I'm going to take something here. Use these old tongs. You want to dip it in flour first, so the egg will stick to it. Cover it well. Shoot, I'm gonna use my hands, daggone it. Your hands are the best tools. I keep thinking somebody's walking on my back porch, but the wind's blowing and it's blowing my door open. Kind of scared me there for a minute. Okay. We got that ready. I'm gonna have to bleach everything here in a minute. That wind really has picked up here in North Carolina. It's supposed to be turning off really cold, which I can't stand. But I can't do nothing about it. I gotta accept it, because that's God's will. Okay, now, so we got that. We're gonna dip it in our egg and try to get it all coated with the egg. Then we're going to dip it into our breadcrumbs. And I hope y'all can see this. But like I said, he used tarragon and parsley, garlic, and the butter. But he, you know, you can use what, you can even use mushrooms too if you want to. And there we go. Now, you got to put these in the refrigerator for just a few minutes. Maybe 10, 15 minutes. Just to let it, you know, chill again. This is not a fast meal. This is something that is special, that you can fix your family, your husband. I want to try to start doing special recipes once a month on like old recipes and things like that. Potatoes are boiling. It's gonna be so yummy. I just hope a lot of butter don't drip out, but if it does, that's okay. It'll still have that flavor. All right. So here's our chicken. I'm gonna stick them in the refrigerator. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Now this leftover butter, I'm going to, when I cook my chicken, I'm gonna add this to the oil for flavor. Now about some green beans. I've done this before. They're fresh green beans. Now I like green beans cooked to death, and I like them sauteed. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna blanch them in this water as soon as it gets to boiling, just for a couple of minutes. And I'm gonna take them out and put them in some cold water, and then I'm gonna saute them with some garlic, maybe some onion. I haven't decided about the onion yet. And I've got some potatoes here that I've sliced, and I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes. And I need to check and see if they are done. Not far. I might have to switch burners. Now, I washed these green beans and I kind of trimmed the edges of them. Put a little salt in my water. I'm going to put a little salt in my water. What am I saying? And I'm just going to drop them in there carefully. And there are a few spots on some of these beans, but nothing major. Just a couple. All right, I'm gonna give it some cold water. Now, you just want to let these boil just a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. That helps keep them green too when you put them in the cold water. But it also helps it has a better bite, I think. If you do this first, then put them in the cold water and then saute them. They're I don't know, I think it tastes better. So just a couple of minutes. Man, that wind is kicking up. I bet my pillows from my front porch are gone. Okay, I think that's enough. And we're just going to drop them in this cold water. I didn't put any ice in it. You can. But it's not that many beans. smell good. All right. I'm gonna let them sit in that water for just a few minutes, and I'll be right back. Doggone if it ain't pouring down raining now. Alrighty. I will cook these green beans soon. I'm gonna have to drain them. Alright, I'm gonna get my chicken, get some oil, and I'll be right back. Don't y'all go nowhere. Now, when we do our chicken, I'm not going to do a lot of oil. You don't want a lot of oil. We're not deep frying it. Just kind of a, you know, just a little bit. A couple of tablespoons or so. So I put some of that butter in there. Just for flavor. You don't have to do that. And we're gonna set our chicken down. Now, if it soaks up a lot of oil, you can definitely add more oil to it. We want to cook these about 8 minutes on each side, and then we're going to put them in the oven on 350. Okay, we're going to flip this one. Oh, I don't want to mess my crust up. A big breast. Isn't that pretty? So it's going to take a little while for that. I need to wash my dishes. See, it stayed pretty green. Put the lid on that just a little bit. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm gonna stick this in the oven, 350 for 10-15 minutes until it reaches 170 degrees. Okay, I'm back. I had to wash up some of those dishes. Okay, I've got some olive oil in this pan. And I'm going to saute those as soon as it heats up. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. This right here doesn't taste like that jarred garlic. This tastes like real garlic. All right, I got clean tongs. You can do this with butter too. You don't want to burn your garlic. Well, I don't. I tried to get all the water off of it. It's hard to get all of it off, so it might talk to you a little bit. A little salt and pepper. I thought about some onion, but I think we're just going to do the garlic. I think I might put just a little bit more garlic. Put that back in the refrigerator. And I just want to, blister them a little bit, or what, cook them ever how long you like them. I like mine blistered a little bit. And I have my mashed potatoes in here. And I will put the recipe for everything in the description box. But I've got a video of mashed potatoes. It's just cream cheese and butter and salt and pepper. That's it. I think I'll add a pat of butter to that. And I don't use margarine, I use real butter. Whatever you got. Smells wonderful. Chicken is almost ready. I'm gonna cook a few pieces of toast because my husband loves bread. And that'll be it. So I had to check the temperature on my chicken, and some of the butter ran out. Daggone it. But I have to be safe. Okay. See, I like to get them like that. Probably won't get them all like that, but some of them. Alright, I think these are done. See? And they smell so yummy. Alrighty. Alright, my chicken has reached the correct temperature, y'all. Smells wonderful. Oh, dadgummit. How about that? Oh well, it's alright. Okay. Now that right there would make a great gravy. And you know what I'm going to do? Save it. I'm telling you, this right here would make wonderful gravy for biscuits, to go on anything. It'd be good on a shoe, y'all. There's Randy's plate, minus the bread. You want me to cut it to see if it runs like it's supposed to?
I'll do it.
Okay. Let me get you some pepper. All right, y'all, let's see if I was able to leave some butter in this chicken. Look at there. Yep. Look at there. It just drained out. Just ran out. It's gonna be good. Let me taste it, y'all. Y'all, I know there's certain steps to this, but y'all gotta try it. It is so good. You like the green beans? They tender. Wow, this is a beautiful meal. I will put the recipe in the description. Chicken Kiev, y'all. It is worth every second. Me and Randy said, it kind of tastes like the herbs from KFC. It does. It's probably that seasoned breadcrumbs. It is so good. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go eat. I hope y'all make this. It is wonderful.
Bye.
He said bye. Like I said, I will put the recipe in the description box. And thank y'all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, please. And I'll see y'all again on A Taste of Country. God bless.